Alongside me as well as Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe is running the show. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. You can get us on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. Less is more. What I'm allowing the show to do is for the first 30 minutes, get it all out. All frustrations. Because this isn't over, but we can be honest, it feels like crap. Yesterday's game was crap. The weather outside is crap and gloomy. The vibes are crap. It's crap, but we can turn this around, and we're going to do it together. We're going to turn this around together. But for 30 minutes, frustrations are allowed. And then we all got to turn the page together. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Alex Strofe was at my house yesterday. We streamed a watch-along again, and we tried everything. We came to realize that we had no impact on the game whatsoever, but we gave it our all. And shout out to everyone who was a part of that watch-along, because it was a blast hanging with you and going through all the ups and downs, mostly downs with you. Get the frustrations out right now, 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and text line. Boys?
Well, I'll jump in. A couple things for me that are, I just got to get off my chest, right? Because as Ben said, it's a great day to be alive. Unfortunately, the Chicago Cubs are still alive. Two things that I've observed over the course of the series, particularly the last couple of games, that's got to be fixed, guys. It's got to be fixed for Saturday night. Here's the first one. Early pitching. Now, it kind of takes the form in starting pitchers, right? Because every single game of this series so far, the Brewers have had to play from behind early. Now, that even includes game one, where it's just a one-run first inning for the Cubs off of one pitch off of Freddie. But no matter what the game was, the Brewers have had to play from behind early. And I'm sorry, but as a competitor, as a player, that changes. That changes the way that you approach the plate. It changes the way you bat. It changes the way that you make calls on bringing people in from the bullpen. So if the Brewers are going to win on Saturday night, no more of this playing from behind, no more of giving the Cubs breath early, because that's exactly what it does. It allows them to get going. They've got a good squad too, so we need to be able to start early, and that I'm looking right at you, starting pitchers who's taking the mound. Can't let them get ahead, and we can't be playing from behind. That's number one. Number two, we need our stars to show up when a star performance is needed. I'm talking about specific game-centric moments where you need a guy like Christian Yelich and Jackson Chourio to actually perform. Now, Jackson has actually done an admirable job, right? He's got the hamstring tweak, maybe. He has performed pretty well. He's hit a home run. But I'm thinking about last night in the fifth inning when you had guys in scoring position and you then had Yelich and Chourio. I was sitting back and saying, okay, this is the moment. This is the moment we come back undaunted. And they cannot perform in that moment, specifically Christian Yelich. So you need your stars in those moments. You need starting pitchers to be able to give you a breath so you're not playing behind. If you can't do those things on Saturday night, then maybe the concerns keep rolling.
Yeah. What do you mean the concerns keeps rolling? There's nothing
the
left,
concerns
Bradley.
will end if they lose. But you cannot be playing from behind, and you got to have your stars show up when your star performance is required.
I'd like to put a disclaimer out for these first 30 minutes. I will be whiny, and I will be a brat, and I will be upset.
So for me, yeah, yesterday was rough because you can feel it. Like, we can be very honest, from very early on in that game when it was kind of deflating to once again get down early in the game, right? You talked about all these first inning runs that teams have scored, but yesterday just felt different. You felt like this team just didn't have any oomph to them. Seeing guys like Bryce Terang continue to struggle at the plate was something that I didn't really like whatsoever. So yesterday I really felt kind of just a little bit down earlier in the game, because the other games, even when we got down in all those games, I still had hope. In game number 3, when the Brewers got down, I didn't feel like we were out of it, and how the game ended, the Brewers weren't out of it. Yesterday just felt different. But if I'm going to be optimistic and not whiny at this point, because let me tell you, this is
30 minutes of frustration.
Because let me tell you how it is. Yesterday, after the top of the 7th inning, guess what I did?
You went to bed.
I went to bed. I said, I can't do this no more because I know how.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I was on stream with Strofe and I was staying till the end with our fans. But it was deflating as hell.
Because you felt like this team couldn't capture the momentum. They couldn't have the timely hit. They just didn't have it yesterday, which is okay. That's what happens in baseball. When you look at the first 4 games, I would say the Milwaukee Brewers in the first 3 games were probably the better baseball team.
First 3, I can say that. Yep.
Yeah. But you know what? Hey, the Cubs finally had a game where they played a complete game. The Brewers didn't play well at all, and they won. Like, that's what yesterday was, is that the Cubs were just better yesterday, but it was still deflating because you were up 2-0, and then you were up 2-1, and then you felt like, okay, let's close this out, and I really wanted to beat
Got the
Chicago.
ace on the mound.
Yeah.
You have your back end of the bullpen ready
Quiet
to go.
that crowd.
Yeah, I was hoping that the Brewers could finish them out and send all those Cubs fans home.
You start with the leadoff walk, too, in the first inning with Yelly.
You have this expectation that, okay, we're going to get it, but we just did not have the timely hitting. So I literally said, you know what? I'm going to bed. So I turned off the TV like I've done so many times. Matter of fact, Ben Bruss, you were probably on the batters when I turned. Actually, you were, because again, when they hit the shot with Aaron Harrison hit the shot. I don't mean to bring you
with 5 seconds left and a chance to win or tie.
Maybe it was after he hit the shot,
Come
and
on
then
now.
after what's his face,
Trey Jackson. The game was over. The buzzer went off.
I just turn off the TV.
The game was over. There's nothing else to see.
Well, I'm just saying, I turn off the TV. The one that really stands out when Notre Dame scored and beat us in the Sweet 16 that one time. I just turn off the TV and I go to bed. That's what I do. Yesterday was to turn off the TV, go to bed. The Eagles game where Jordan Love got injured, it was turn off the TV and go to bed. Yesterday was turn off the TV and go lay down in bed and have terrible dreams, have a restless night of sleep, wake up in the middle of the morning looking at the phone. It's just awful. And so right now I'm in a mode where I feel sad. But if the optimism comes, it comes from the fact that the Cubs played their best game. They got their one. Now it's time for us to come home and get ours.
800-990-3776. Carbless talking text line. I see them coming in and your frustrations for 30 minutes. Then we're turning the page. I already like the people that are turning the page because I respect that. And but I got too much in this noggin right now. You mentioned Bryce Terang. Bryce Terang should not be batting third or fourth right now. Since game 1, he started off with a double. He's been absolute crap. You can't have somebody who is in that spot. He's been leadoff or like 7th all year long. Got a little too cute there. I even mentioned it when I made my lineup. I didn't want him anywhere near cleanup or in the 3-hole. I just didn't.
I thought it was too quick to bounce on him, but after yesterday, he's lost. He is lost at the plate right now, and I was hoping that he can break out, but he's not going to do that. Or hopefully he can, but it wasn't happening.
Game 3, bottom 8. You battle. You get a leadoff double from Jackson Chourio in the 2 spot. And then you have 3, 4, 5 that did absolutely nothing. Terang was up 3rd, I believe. He's a lefty. All I'm asking for is a ground ball when you're down 1 to get him into scoring position. Couldn't do that. Then 4, 5 do nothing. Jackson doesn't get home in that situation. So let's fast forward to game 4. Right? We're yesterday in the top of the 5th, where you're still in somewhat of reach here. This game is not over. 3-0. And you get 2 guys on from the 7 and 8 batters. Joey Ortiz comes up. I actually don't want to get into bunt or don't bunt because that would just make me mad.
No, he had to bunt.
I understand that.
I
understand that. And like it's just you play the results, right? So that's why I'm not going to get into it. You have your stars. Your stars didn't star. Yelich got a horrible call. And the umpire, that was a horrible first strike. Mm-hmm. Up inside, not near the plate, 0-1, fouls it off 0-2. Now you're in a tough spot. But regardless, you need Yelich and Chourio in that spot when you do bunt to get them home and make it a ball game. Once they didn't do that, you could have turned off the TV. Because that was the opportunity.
That was the moment.
That was the moment.
It was, but listen, I continued to watch. And then after that, I said, okay, I can't. I was too dejected. I was going to bed sad.
We're going to get into, obviously, the first inning. Who the hell is going to pitch? We don't know, obviously, but like we're going to dissect and try and figure out. And I want to ask everyone else at the Carbless Talking text line and on YouTube who you think should go and how you think should flow, because it's all hands on deck at this point. But I keep coming back to game 2 in my head right now because I really don't understand what the upside was in going bullpen there. It's a little bit revisionist history. But if you pitch Quinn Priester at home versus on the road in a tough spot, he's ready to go at home again on rest in Game 5.
I think more importantly to that, Ben, is that Quinn Priester. I mean, again, we're playing, Monday, but hindsight, a learning experience. Because one thing I love about Pat Murphy and I love about this team is he preaches accountability, right? And he even said it, Quinn even said it, that moment for him in Game 3, it was too big.
It was big.
They said it got to Quinn Priester. And so hindsight, having him pitch at home, a friendlier crowd,
and you also had the lead. Yeah,
it's so
because Ashby started and they gave you the lead back, so you still it wasn't like he was coming into a spot where it was super high leverage. You had a good lead in Game 2.
Yeah.
You pitch him, and he's in a spot where you could have used him yesterday if you wanted, if he pitched that game as well. Yeah. But now we're all going to play the game of who the hell is going to start and open. We know the Miz is going to play a huge factor in Saturday, which is going to scare the crap out of everybody. Jose Quintana's obviously has to be available after 3 innings pitched on Wednesday on short rest. And so, game 2 is stuck in my head. Little too cute, in my opinion, because now you're in a bind. You're in a bind where we're all trying to figure out what Pat Murphy's going to try to do. A part of the equation as well is obviously 3 hits is not going to get it done. We know that. But there are my frustrations right now, and I got them out. 800-990-3776. Carlos talking text line. Go ahead, Strofe.
I understand we're in the judgment-free, get the frustration out zone, but we can't be doing that level of revisionist history. You are pissed off about something they did in a game they won.
It doesn't matter, Strofe.
But it does matter.
But it's a series that you have
It's a series that you have to account for everything,
right.
every scenario.
You're trying to go ahead and say it was a domino effect when there's no guarantee that if you pitched Priester in Game 2, he would have been any better than he was
With that
in Game
lead,
3.
it is a good enough opportunity for him to have shown something better than he did on the road, where the moment was clearly too big. Well, it is a much safer. It was a much safer position.
They had a bigger lead.
But
that's my point. They had a bigger lead in Game 2.
Less pressure
For him to come in after Ashby, because Ashby pitched, then they get the lead right back in the bottom of the first, and then you bring in Priester, which we all thought was going to happen. That's a safer environment than starting him in Game 3 and then leaving yourself in a spot where you are in Game 5. As a manager, you know what your bullpen is, you know what your starters are. You have to plan for every scenario, and now we're planning for a scenario which it's hodgepodge.
Well, and to me, when Murphy did this originally, I actually applauded it because I'm like, oh, great. We used our bullpen. We got our starters now. It's going to be easy to close the series. But I don't know Quinn Priester the way that Pat Murphy does. If Pat Murphy knows him well enough to say, you know what? What's the best environment for Quinn Priester to do his best? The safe confines of AmFam versus the hostile crowd of Wrigley, knowing that he probably wasn't going to play his best there, it's a risk. It's a risk to just throw him out there into that hostile environment.
I guess the thing that bothers me, given the negativity of the conversation we're having, which I understand.
This is frustration 30 minutes.
I understand that. But if we have to coddle Quinn Priester and assume he can't win on the road, you're not a World Series team. It's as simple as that.
Okay, I feel
if
that.
Your second best starting pitcher has to be coddled and can't pitch on the road and win on the road, then you're not a World Series team.
But guess what? That might be part of the equation. That might be.
Okay, then let's stop acting like they're a World Series team, if that's your equation.
But he's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago. There are other variables and elements.
Right, but if you're going to do revisionist history on a win, on a game that they won,
yes, they still would have won if he pitched too, based off the scenario he would have came in at, and he would have been rested and healthy for him to go in this game.
The second best pitcher, then. That's the case you're making. Right now.
It's his first playoff game ever. You have to be a manager and manage the talent and the personalities you have.
Especially with the fact that we understand that Quinn Priester, this was a big season for him because remember, he's been on 2 teams in 2 years. Right? He was with the Pirates, then he was with the Boston Red Sox, and now he came to Milwaukee Brewers. 3 teams, right? So he got a lot of confidence, but he may still have some of that inferior thing in him where it's like, okay, well, here I go. Am I big enough for this moment? But the big thing,
they're coddling Miz.
They are.
They are.
They have to.
They're coddling Miz.
Yes.
And the big thing here is that Brandon Woodruff getting hurt changed this.
Absolutely.
Good point.
A healthy Brandon Woodruff.
We're not having this conversation.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I won't have. I've done it in my head too many times. There's nothing we can do. It does suck.
But we're 2 weeks before the season ended.
If he doesn't get hurt, we're not having the conversation we're having right now.
800-990-3776. Mitch and Kurt, I see you on the line. I will get to you right on the other side. We'll also get to anyone else who wants to get the frustrations out. That was helpful. And again, even if you disagree with me, I just need to get that out, Strofe. It's how I feel. I don't need you coming. You can come at me after the 30 minutes of frustration. But I just wanted to get it all
that
out.
was me getting my frustration out.
Fine, fair.
It's a frustration
I'll
off.
take frustration off. It's fine.
Oh, you're positive. I like that.
That's how you get your frustration out, is positivity?
He's a positive guy.
You know me, I'm an eternal optimist.
He's an eternal optimist. Rick, I see it. Chad Patrick could pitch. Interesting. Like I love him, but this would be 3 games on 4 days.
Yeah, and what's interesting about
But if you give me an inning, I'm fine with that. The first inning's all that matters. Let's get to the callers on the other side. We got a whole show to go. I love that we're going to dive in and we're going to turn this to a positive. 800-990-3776. We're back with you next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably.
I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Keep it to WTMJ as the Brewers fight their way to a pennant throughout the run of the playoffs. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Narrow Spine Center of Wisconsin and by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan, less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Franklin High School's Josie Johnston. Johnston is a member of the Sabres women's golf team and sealed first-team All-Southeast Conference honors with her first tournament victory this past week. Johnston shot an 86 at Rivermore Golf Club, including 3 birdies to take home first-place honors for the first time in her career. Johnston also played a pivotal role in Franklin's WIAA Regional Championship, shooting a 93 at Brightondale. The Sabres finished 14 strokes ahead of second-place Badger High School to win the regional and will now compete at sectionals with a chance to head to state on the line. Congrats to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Franklin High School's Josie Johnston. With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Bruston Nortman with you, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. We'll go to Game 5 at American Family Field. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strofer on the show. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Let's hear from you now. Mitch in Oak Creek, you're on the Carbless Talk and Text line with KBN.
Thanks for the call, guys. The thing is I'm going to steal one from the old school. The Brewers are who we thought they were. They wowed us all by finishing first place and finishing the way they did. And we only did because everyone else kind of took their foot off the gas and we kind of skidded into it. But now that they're in the playoffs and everyone else has fallen off and the good teams are left, they are who we thought they were. And the problems that we have at pitching and coddling this guy and can't start him here and can't play him there and too much for him here and too much for him there, it's going to be over tomorrow, and it's just going to be another season like, oh, well.
But
like
they
I
are
said,
who we thought they were.
This is the 30 minutes of frustration. What I will end with is, like, I'm not there. I have 30 minutes of frustration, but there's a Game 5, and it's at American Family Field. And until this series is over, they had, like, Shota Imanaga's going out there. We could also talk about how Shota Imanaga got pulled early after they went 3-run jack, William Contreras jack, and then he's out of there. So there's another side to this coin, too. The momentum does feel bad. But as Murphy said yesterday, Brad, you want to fill us in? One pitch can change the momentum in a baseball game. It's not game to game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, the momentum does feel brutal right now for the Milwaukee Brewers, but you bring this back to American Family Field, and I think that a couple of good innings, whether it be from the pitching or one crack of the bat, that can be all it takes to bring this in. But I respect the frustration. Nobody has a bad frustration.
I'm not going to get at him. It's more so just giving up on the team. But you can say they are who they thought they were.
I just don't agree because I'm all about statistics, right? Sample size is indicative. Like, you need a good sample size. The sample size from this Milwaukee Brewers team, plenty big enough for me to show that they are, if not the best team in baseball, among the best teams in baseball. You can't rattle off the season they had without being truly elite. So, to me, this team is still the better team. They should beat the Chicago Cubs. They are favored. Does momentum feel bad? Yeah, it does. But they are the better team, so I can rest my head on the pillow with a little bit more confidence because I believe that.
Don't be extreme like him. The Brewers are who they thought. The people took the pedal off the metal. The Brewers balled out the entire second half. You telling me in July that the other baseball teams are giving up, or August the other baseball teams are giving up?
But they are who we thought they were.
Hell no. Even in September, the Cubs still thought they had a chance, and we finished off the season. So I'm not accepting that. We are who we thought we were, and that is the best team in damn baseball.
Kurt in Milwaukee, you're on the Carbless Talk and Text line with Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hey, Kyle, thanks. I've been with the Milwaukee Brewers since they were the Seattle Pirates. I've lived with them, and I've died with them. I'll never turn my backs on them. But what frustrates me is that when they were doing those 14-game winning streaks, they should play like that. They need to come up and do what they're supposed to do. I mean, and if you bring the Miz in, I like the Miz, but I don't know what kind of Miz we're going to get. Are we going to get a Miz that can pitch like he knows how to pitch, or are we going to get a Miz that's going to throw everything away? I hope not. I don't know what the pitching staff is going to do, but I tell you, this team's got to bring it tomorrow. I love them. I'll never leave them, and I'll die with them.
Do it for Kurt, man.
Hey,
Come on,
Kurt.
Do
it for Kurt.
Since the pilots.
That hit me in my chest. He said,
he's been through a lot of baseball.
Listen. I was
Been
just
through every pitch of Brewers baseball.
Brad and I were born in the 90s where we just kind of were kids to see the bad baseball. He saw the 90s. So he remembers it. Now, let me tell you, he said, I'm still sticking with it. I'm right there with you.
I love that. Thank you, Kurt, for the call. Let's go to Kent in Madison, 800-990-3776. You're on the Carbless Talk and Text line with Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hey, guys. Thank you for the call. Game 5, I think we got to shoot our bullets. I feel like the bats have gotten cold a little bit. My question for you guys is, I feel some of our most reliable at-bats have come from Vaughn as well as Bowers. Any chance we could use Yelich in the outfield? That would give you a chance to start whoever you want at first and DH the other one, get some consistent at-bats with those two who have been great in the postseason, both of them. My other thing is I think Miz, let's trust him at home. He's got to come up big for us, and on or off, that's our guy. I think he's got pressure, but let's cheer for him.
Yeah,
let's stay positive.
I'm with you, Kent, and we have no choice, to be honest. I mean, he's going to be a crucial part of this Game 5 on Saturday. I guess the only thing that I would say out loud from a wanting to have Yelich in the field and open up a DH spot would be you'd have to move Jackson to center, and he's not able to play center with his hamstring.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. I like that you're thinking outside the box because it would be nice. I guess with Shota, Bowers wouldn't be a guy I'd want out there as a lefty. Isaac Collins, since his rookie of the month, and NL Player of the Week, hasn't been the guy, and I'm not feeling that confident. Let's go to DJ in Milwaukee. You're on the Carbless Talking text line with Kyle Brust and Ortman, 800-990-3776.
DJ Strofe.
The postseason is underway. You better get ready for a game to ring.
What are we doing?
Hey, Milwaukee, what do you say? Counts are gonna blow it Saturday. They're singing, blow comes blow. Blow comes blow. Hey, Milwaukee, what do you say? Counts are gonna blow it Saturday. Blow comes blow. Blow comes blow. Hey, Milwaukee, what do you say? Counts are gonna blow it Saturday.
DJ, hit the DJ Strofe, man.
DJ.
We love that.
DJ Strofe.
Very creative.
My phone has been on hold for 12 minutes.
Ben was so confused.
I was like, huh? Huh?
And props to me, my mic broke in the middle of that, so I'm just holding it.
How many times?
Yeah,
have you
you've broken a lot of stuff back there.
It's not a safe environment back there.
It is
800-990-3776. If there is a real DJ who wants to join us, you can, because I didn't think that was Alex Strofe.
That was such a good move by Strofe.
Because we heard when he said, "Hey, take DJ."
Yeah. I heard it, and then it'll be good. Yeah, of course. Anything Strofe does it's gonna be good.
That was creative. I needed that.
We're gonna be. I'll be at American Family Field on Saturday, which is gonna be electric and nerve-wracking and everything all at once. But tell us how you can protect yourself with American Family Insurance.
Listen, you can always protect yourself with American Family Insurance. And listen, you already know life is better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. That's because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. From decorating a new nursery or to hosting a family reunion in your new backyard, you always know American Family Insurance, they got you. They have your back. So if you're looking to get home insurance, car insurance, or even a life policy, you can do it all with our friends at American Family Insurance by simply going to amfam.com today. That is amfam.com today, and find the many American Family Insurance agents around all of southeastern Wisconsin, or if you can find a quote instantly by going to amfam.com, they'll give you a quote on the spot. So always remember, insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today to find an agent near you or get a quote.
Brett and Madison, you're on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776 with Kyle Brust and Ortman.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say I really hope that didn't put some bad juju on singing that song that way. Jinxing us like that.
I'll just throw a statistic out there, Brett. I originally sang that song last Friday, which was the day before Game 1.
It worked.
It sure did.
Yeah, powerful.
And then they won again Monday, and then I haven't sang it since, and they've lost twice. So actually, I think this is good juju I just put out there, Brett. That would be my rebuttal.
If anything, something needs to change. Something needs to be altered to change this momentum.
I want to continue on with all of KBN Nation here. Not with frustrations. Let's move forward. What's the pathway, right? What's your ideal pathway from a pitching standpoint? and any optimism that you have from guys that aren't named Vaughn, Yelich, Chourio. And if you want to get at Yelich and Chourio, you can. I think Chourio overall has been better. Yelich needed to come up a little bit bigger in a couple of his spots. So we're just, look, I'm all Game 5 in my mind. We'll have Green Bay props and previews. They do play the Bengals on Sunday. But Game 5 is monstrous.
We need
We're
a
with
winning
you.
weekend, baby. We need a winning weekend. Minus
Sure
the Badgers.
do.
Y'all do what y'all do.
Yeah,
Everybody
no
else,
expectation.
Yeah, whatever happens there happens. If they win, God bless. If they don't, nothing's changed. More next.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Saturday, October 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mentality is hosting a health fair at 2323 North Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa. Take a free cognitive test, the first of its kind FDA-approved brain health screening in just 10 minutes, and get labs with a donation. Plus amazing giveaways, and here's the best part. It all supports Ignite the Spirit, helping Milwaukee's firefighters and their families. Mentality clinics are backed by science and delivered with care. Mark your calendar for Mentality's Milwaukee Health Fair, Saturday, October 11th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Be there.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10.23 to 11.5 ounce selected varieties Mars Fun Size Candy, $4.49. 8.1 to 11.5 ounce selected varieties Bear Creek Soup Mix, $3.49. 128 ounce pale selected varieties Blue Ribbon Frozen Dairy Dessert, $5.99. 64 ounce selected varieties Sunny D Citrus Drinks, 2 for $3.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Ready for the snap and a timeout taken. The team looks a little bit lost. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, the winning play is simple. A whole house of new windows as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no interest. A championship move from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
No doubt, Wayne. And unlike the opponent's defense, Pella Windows actually stopped the drafts.
The draft picks we gave up for number 1 had to be the steal of the century.
True, but I'm talking about replacing old drafty windows.
Roger that. With energy-efficient windows that keep the cold out, you'll stay as toasty as a fan at a warm weather preseason game.
Pay as low as $297 a month for a whole house of new Pella windows.
Plus, with 0% interest for up to 60 months, don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today.
Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. 7/21/2025.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
You're listening to Kyle Broston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
boy Strofe. Turn the page on the vibes. It's Friday. There's a Game 5. The crew are still alive. Got to get it done Saturday. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, you, KBN Nation, are at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Let's head back over to the Carbless Talk and Text line. Frenchie, you're up with Kyle Bruss and Nortman.
Hey, I think we're going to be just fine. We got Euchre on our side, and a lot of bad bounces are coming the Cubs' way. Just trying to get happen all season long.
Magic Brew, baby. Magic Brew indeed. Kyle Wallace is currently grabbing the Magic Brew towel.
Magic Brew, baby. I'm starting to feel it because I was sad last night, but I'm starting to feel the energy, the positivity. Kurt got me going. He got me going, man. Hearing somebody talking about, I remember when
Kurt,
they moved,
who was 80 years old, watching him in Seattle.
Remarkable.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear. Let's go, Brew Crew.
Yeah, and so I guess my question is because there's a million answers, and I was listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning on 94.5. I can't see the call screen now. That's okay. On 94.5 ESPN, they literally ended up naming the entire pitching roster of the NLDS because everyone's trying to figure out how the hell does Pat Murphy go about this. I think I've come to the conclusion that although I'd love to see Chad Patrick, it's a little scary to have him open the game. After that would be 3 games pitched on 4 days as a guy who's a typical starter throughout the year. He's had
phenomenal in relief.
Yeah, but he has been absolutely outstanding in relief.
A rookie.
Yes. Look, I'm well aware from a Chad Patrick standpoint. I think you got to go to Quintana. I do. He pitched 3 innings. It's still short day's rest, but like everyone is at this point, and this is do or die. You go my ideal scenario. And I want to hear yours, 800-990-3776. You go Quintana. Hopefully, you can get some runs so it's not just all on Miz, so he's not just feeling the entire pressure of the world on him. Quintana, Miz, Koenig, McGill, Obner. That is a perfect world. Now, not every world is perfect, but I'm going to build out this perfect world in the way that I'm feeling like with Shota Imanaga back out there, with the way that the Brewers jumped on him in Game 2, that you're likely, hopefully, going to get some hanging curveballs from Shota and get some runs on the board.
Yeah.
Any complaints?
No, I don't. Mine is actually incredibly similar. Honestly, like the middle reliever where you have Koenig, I'm open for anybody, however it goes for matchups or timing or whatever. I think Pat Murphy needs to put an emphasis on trust early, because I'm telling you what, if the Cubs win Game 3, they win Game 4, and they come out within the first couple innings and they put up 3 runs on the board.
Let's be honest about something here. I think sphincters are already going to be tight naturally from fans.
Yes.
They're going to that would change a very big dynamic in that ballpark and within the players.
Yeah, the momentum, the joy that you have as the fans, be able to get them behind you, that will be completely eradicated from the American Family Field. Players will start to be reeling and pressing, so you have to put your most trusted pitching option first to get you through at least 3 innings. And I agree with you, Ben, that is Jose Quintana. I mean, he has been there. He is the elder statesman of the staff, and he is the guy that you got to put out there and set the tone. You can't put out Miz too early because you just don't know what's going to come. I feel like Miz will be perfect if they're a situation where they're kind of feeling the vibes, you're feeling the rhythm, and he helps them continue to push them over the edge. So I like Quintana and Miz. However you think it works out in the middle, and of course you got to end with McGill and Obner. I think that's the best way to do it. But anyone other than Quintana, I would be shocked.
Just as an FYI, because it like we're so used to seeing like the sample size of 162, an all-star type closer in the Phillies and Johan Duran. I don't think as you pronounce it. It's not, besides the point. He's their closer. They threw him in the 6th or 7th against the Dodgers when they were in a jam in a 0-0 ball game. So when you're in this Game 5 and you're playing for your life, even though we've seen it go Koenig, Obner to McGill or McGill to Obner, don't be shocked if you see something you've never seen before, because Pat Murphy's going to have to feel this game out and play it however the game flow's going. And I just can't believe that we have a Game 5 and we can't tell ourselves, like, but hey, at the end of the show, at least we're going to be there. We have to survive getting through tonight and all the way to tomorrow night together.
Yeah, I wanna lean on what you were talking about, Brad. I want to lean on some of our veterans. I want to lean on the guys that I know I can trust who have been performed for us throughout the year. If the Miz does come in, I want it to be riding momentum. I don't want the Miz coming in when the Brewers are behind. I want the Miz coming in because the Brewers just had a big inning. Now they're up 4 runs, and now he can play off the electricity of the crowd and have a little bit of a cushion. But I'm leaning on guys like Trevor McGill, who only pitched a third of an inning yesterday. I'm leaning on guys like Grant Anderson, Koenig. I'm leaning on guys.
Grant Anderson, hell no.
You don't want him in?
No. Strofe, are you giving the eyes that I'm giving him?
Correct.
He pitched well 2 days
He
ago.
did, but it was
He's like the last
He's
guy
like
in that
he's like it's Gasser and Grant Anderson.
Well,
Gasser and Grant
he pitched
Anderson.
well a couple days ago.
He did, but
He ate up. I think he pitched 2 innings.
Chad Patrick, he only pitched the third. Like, I want to go with the guys who are the hot hands right now. I really don't want us to say Abner early on and then we don't have a closer. You can't have McGill and Abner before.
But you still have McGill. That's what I'm saying. You have some flexibility because of that.
One of the two.
How do you think they utilize a guy like Nick Mears? He's only thrown 17 pitches since Game 1.
That's a great
He's
point.
an option
He's
as well.
he's at, like, again, he's in the situation if somebody asks what happens if Miz doesn't have it. If you are not feeling good about the command and he's put you in a spot where you're not comfortable, you bring in Mears. Again, it's all hands on deck.
Well, and that goes back to Pat Murphy, because you put Miz out there. How quickly do you pull him? I mean, how quickly are you able to say,
leash isn't long, but the leash isn't very long for anybody.
But if you're having that type of conversation, that's what I'm saying with the Miz. I love the Miz. But in Game 5, I'm not trying to put the kid out there to see what he got. It's different in Game 1 or Game 2 where you're seeing what the kid got. In Game 5, I'm not throwing him out there to see what the kid's going to give.
Are you not playing him at all?
You have to. He's playing.
A cushion. He better be with a cushion.
It might not be with the cushion, Kyle.
I'd rather
He's the most rested of the high leveraged arms that you have.
He throws 104 miles an hour.
Like, he can change a game even if you are down. Obviously, he can blow up in your face.
See him.
Forget the fans.
Well, I mean, it's about momentum.
Forget the fans wanting to see him. It's about a result.
I mean,
the fans don't want to see him in a tie game in the 6th inning, or really it'd be like the 5th inning, because everybody's gonna be on pins and needles.
I am getting a lot of suggestions here that I don't hate. This one is opening with Koenig. Don't hate it.
Start with Jose Quintana.
Yeah, anyone other than Quintana, I'm stressed. I see the same playing from behind risk that this team, and they can't. You cannot afford to start
As one
slow.
of our great teammates chimes in, Grant Anderson, if we see Anderson early tomorrow, I will be double fisting. Come on, Kyle.
Listen,
I know you saw him pitch well, but he's not the guy.
I'm just saying.
He's not the guy.
When you think about Nick, I'm thinking about the guys that pitched throughout the regular season, and the guy that pitched well in this series. I'm just saying, the Miz, I've seen him be entirely way too inconsistent.
Are you comparing them, like, saying Grant Anderson?
Grant Anderson was a surprise as much as Miz was. More so maybe than the Miz was to make the roster.
No, but the Miz has been extremely inconsistent. I'm saying
sure he has, but he's also pitched in bigger moments. He's pitched. We all were talking about him when he blanked the Pirates against Skeens. When he did what he did against the Dodgers. He just did it in a playoff game at home, and now you're back home again.
No. What I'm saying is, we all can admit when he went in that first time, it could have went either way.
Yes, I tweeted, buckle up. Strofe came on the show and said, Ben tweeted what everyone's feeling. Buckle up.
In Game 5, I need him to get in there when we have some type of cushion. I don't need him to get in there when we're up by 1 or tie. I can't.
I want to be 6'7" in the NBA. I can't have everything I wish for.
6'7".
Oh, nice, Strofe. 800-990-3776. Believe in the Miz, says Joey. I think we're all in a spot where this conversation went exactly where I thought it would go. Everyone has a different idea, and hopefully Pat Murphy pulls the right strings,
First
Brad.
time I've heard the Grant Anderson idea, though.
Me too. No more Grant. Let's tell us about Carbless.
Oh, man, Carbless, you're going to have to go. KBN Nation, this is a public service announcement. You're going to want to calm those nerves just like we are on Saturday night, so you got to go to your local grocery store, wherever you pick up your ice-cold drinks, and grab yourself not 1 but 2 packs of Carbless. You're going to need them because it's going to be a stressful situation. Brewers, American Family Field. So if you're going to be like me, you're accompanying watching that game with an ice cold Carbless. 100 calories per can. no carbs, no sugars, no gluten, the right amount of carbonation, and a flavor for everybody. So if you're going to be like those fans inside of American Family Field, tailgating or watching it at home, you got to grab a Carbless. It's going to be your go-to way to calm the nerves and celebrate the Brewers advancing on to the NLCS. Listen more with Carbless.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, we see your calls. Strove's taking them, so I guess we're going to be continuing on with what your thoughts are, and I'm more than happy to field them. 800-990-3776. More Kyle, Bruss, and Nortman. It's Game 5, NLDS against the Cubs at American Family Field, 7 o'clock tomorrow. We're all going to get there together.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get your first look at the Wisconsin Badger men's basketball team when they take the court in the Bad Boy Moore Series at Fiserv Forum on Friday, October 24th. Bucky will lace them up against Oklahoma at 7 p.m. in this preseason exhibition game. Get your tickets now at FiservForum.com. Take advantage of this rare opportunity to see the Badgers and Sooners play in Milwaukee. Buy tickets at FiservForum.com. Catch elite men's college basketball when Wisconsin and Oklahoma play on Friday, October 24th at Fiserv Forum.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Another season, another kicking issue in Green Bay. Packers kicker Brandon McManus joined the injury report earlier this week with a right quadriceps injury allegedly suffered in Wednesday's practice. Head coach Matt LaFleur not sounding too optimistic.
That's a major concern right now, so we'll see how he's doing today and tomorrow, and we'll have a plan ready to go.
While McManus later told reporters he plans on playing Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals, the Packers not taking any chances. They're working out kickers Greg Joseph and Lucas Havrasik on Friday, just 48 hours before kickoff at Lambeau Field. I'm Alex Strofe.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because you have a manly truck that you do manly things with, and you don't want the truck bed getting all beat up. You want Rhino Liner by Z-Bart to keep your truck bed man-proof. So man up and ask for Rhino Liner by Z-Bart.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond, from garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. Taking all your calls, questions, concern, and confidence level, everything in between.
We're actually arguing off air.
I wouldn't say arguing. I'd say ideating.
Dialogue.
Discussing? Discussing.
Yeah,
There's no bad ideas right now.
I'm sorry.
There's some bad ideas.
Grant Anderson.
What the hell do you know, Brad?
I stand by
He's
what
on
I
your
said.
side. Grant Anderson, bad idea.
No, I stand,
Okay, I hope so.
I stand by what I said. Okay. But anyways, I like the fact I'm not the guy, I'm the guy saying, embellishing that we were arguing off air.
Okay, that's fine, but I want to get to our fans here on the Carbless Talking text line. Let's go to Mike in Richfield, 800-990-3776. You're up with Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Gentlemen, thank you for taking my call. Short-time listener, first-time caller. I just wanted to share with you that I think what's going to happen, since Murph has always said that the guys don't even know when they get to their locker if they're going to be around. So I say somebody's hurt, and they got to bring up Tobias Myers to pitch tomorrow.
I saw some rumors about the Cubs doing this with Horton. An injured player can, I guess because he's injured, they could bring him back up. So Tobias Myers being not on this roster and wasting Robert Gasser is also something I should have gotten my frustrations. But we're over frustrations. We're on to positivity. Thank you for the call, Mike in Richfield. What about Charlie in Crystal Lake? Charlie, you're on the Carbless Talking text line with Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We're
not bad.
Yeah, I mean, Game 5's all I can think about.
Oh, that makes me with you there, guys. I just want to say thank you for taking my call. I've been listening to you guys and really enjoy the positivity because I really need that right now. Being a guy from Illinois, being in the Illinois area, that I can't stand these Cubs fans. But
I'm sending you a virtual hug.
I gotta go. I know. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think I'm going to need a lot of hugs right now.
Wait.
Do you have anything to say other than you're just sad?
Hey, it's not over yet. It's not over. We got Game 5.
We got them right where we want them. We got them right where we want them.
It ain't over yet.
For sure. I just want to say, if we roll with Quintana, I think my confidence level, I think I put my confidence in him for this game. I think if you can get him to the middle inning, and if you are up comfortably in this game, then I would say put Miz or one of your bullpen guys game in. And then I'd say if you're just an inning away from winning this game, I'd say you put McGill or Uribe is what my plan would be for this game tomorrow night.
Charlie, keep your head up. There's a game tomorrow. It ain't over. Thank you for the call.
He's in enemy-occupied territory. See, I feel bad. At least we got strength in numbers here in Wisconsin.
Don't sell your damn tickets.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, don't do that. If you sell your tickets, don't you ever come back.
You know they're trying to feast on the secondary markets right now because there's a Game 5. Game 1 and Game 2 were absolutely amazing in American Family Field. It was 90-10, 85-15. They were drowned out by all of the noise from Brewers fans. Let's go. Which one, Strofe?
We're going two very different directions, so it's up to you.
Let's go to Lasagna in MKE. Lasagna, you're on the Carbless Talking text line with Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Fellas, how you doing?
Yo.
Brad, congratulations. I just have one thing for all four of you. You ready?
Yes.
That boy.
He did say all four.
He did. We didn't complain.
Yeah.
We didn't
And
complain.
Thank you for letting us participate.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes. Yeah, we were past the negativity hour.
That felt
Except Luis from Potawatomi, what the hell do you want right now?
Let's bring negativity hour back, boys. Because it doesn't matter who we start. We should just throw Strofe out there to throw his first pitch. It's going to be the same thing. I mean, we're perpetual losers, guys. What does it matter at this
Get him
point?
out. Get him out. I know he's a partner. I know he's a partner. And Luis, I love you, but get him out. You're
slanderous.
Loser. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a man that's seen a lot of basketball from Marquette. You just see loss after loss after loss. I love you, Luis, but don't bring that energy over here.
Hey, I remember a game 7 years ago in which the Cubs and the Brewers had one game to duke it out. And the Brewers won that game. That was, of course, game 163.
That was a great game.
Luis from Potawatomi is my guy, but I think I might have to boycott him for the weekend.
We can't have that energy. We got all the frustration out. Now it's time for positivity.
He likes to try and do this thing where he thinks he can, and you could use my drop here, prognosticate what's going to happen. You can't do it in playoff baseball, Luis. You don't know all. You are not a fortune teller. Get out of here, Meyer. We'll stay here on the Carbless Talking text line. I believe we got Josh in Kenosha who, Strofe, if I'm not mistaken, he yelled Brewers after game 2. So I might have a short leash because he's a Cubs fan, and he tried to do the it's over thing, and I don't know. I'm iffy here, so you're on a tight leash here, Josh.
Okay, so I was dead in the water about my Cubbies, and I'll be honest, I'm just as shocked as you guys are. There's a game 5. I have no confidence in the Cubs going to AmFam Field tomorrow and pulling it off. With how games 1 and 2 went, if it is, like you guys say, 90-10, 85-15 Brewers to Cubs fans, and we don't take over Wrigley North, it's...
Yeah, when I heard
Wrigley North, it was done. I said short leash.
He was saying all the right things, but then Wrigley North.
Let's check in with our guy Lewis, who was dragged to trivia last night. He chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. I did go to trivia. I did provide the most correct answers. My fiance did schedule me to be at a haunted house with my future sister-in-laws during Game 5. We have 2 tickets to Game 5, which I will be going without her.
Wait a minute. Why is she not going with you?
She's going to go to the haunted house.
The haunted house ain't going nowhere. It's October 10th. You need to tell her.
Schedule a haunted house.
Now,
you just go anytime.
I was joking about bring that ass here. This is when you tell your woman, we going together.
I don't know if I want her vibes.
Well, especially if
after dragging him to trivia and then scheduling a haunted house.
Well, she
don't care.
There's gonna be a game 5, but they got tickets to the game. It's like we going to the game together.
This is like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I did trivia, so I did that, and now it's my turn to get what I want.
Keeping score never works in relationships for the men. Don't keep score. No, I've tried. It doesn't work.
Way to have a backbone, though. It's a no-brainer. I mean, you go to the game, but boy, to actually do it and say you can stay home or go to that haunted, whose arms is she going to run into in that haunted house? Not his, that's for sure.
Well, Sweetest Day is coming up, so we can make it up to her, and we want to make sure that you're equipped with something that makes the special someone in your life extra happy with the Welkie Sweetest Day giveaway. From now through October 16th, head to WelkieSweetestDay.com to register for your chance to win a Sweetest Day prize pack. That's a bouquet of flowers from Welkie's, a $100 gift card to the St. Kate, and a one-night stay at the St. Kate. Full contest rules. Head to WelkieSweetestDay.com. That's WelkieSweetestDay.com. All right, let's put this on the poll. Who's under the most pressure? Murph, the Arms, or the Bats? 800-990-3776. Who's under more pressure? Murph, the Arms, or the Bats? That's next in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and I'm talking to you guys that have been sitting on the fence and possibly losing on your own betting on sports and thought it was too expensive to win. This is your week. $44 weekend at FatJackSports.com. What do you get? 4 college games, 4 NFL games, and 4 player props for only $44 Saturday and Sunday of this week. Want longer winners? Get all the plays through Monday and get the players props absolutely free. FatJackSports.com. Sign up today and win this weekend.
Is back pain slowing you down?
When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into The Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
The poll is in the field on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Who is under the most pressure in Game 5 for your Milwaukee Brewers? Is it Pat Murphy, the pitchers, or the bats? I can tell you early on I'm seeing a lot of bats on the Carbless Talking text line. Got Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with you. Strophy's running the show. Hit us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison. I do want to read something I saw earlier that is interesting from a Packers fan that listens a lot, who is also a Cubs fan. Listens every day. Kevin here. The Cubs have just as many question marks with their pitching as you guys do. It's going to come down to who wins the first 3 innings. If Shota, the projected starter for the Cubs, can give the Cubs 3 to 4 good innings and hand out for the pen, the Brewers are in trouble. Contrary, obviously, but if the Brewers get to him early like they did in Game 2, the Brewers cruise to victory. Either way, it's going to be a hell of a game, and for the love of God, somebody knock out L.A. Kevin in Illinois.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been the story, man. The first inning has been the story, and like everyone has had the same conversation with their friend, with their spouse, with whoever they talk Brewers baseball with. It's literally like, who do you trust most in this spot to not give up any runs in the first inning? We won't find out until Saturday. We can throw names at the wall until first pitch tomorrow, but at this point, it's on Pat Murphy, and we just got to see what happens. I do want to get back to where the pressure is, 800-990-3776. Who's under the most pressure? Pat Murphy, the bats, or the arms? What say you, Brad Nortman?
Oh, well, this might not be a popular answer, but it's Pat Murphy, guys. Pat Murphy.
Really?
He is under the most pressure on Saturday, and here's why. Guys, we've already started the show with this and talked about it, already starting to second-guess some of the decisions that Pat Murphy made, whether it be batting order decisions in Game 3 and Game 4, how and when you're starting Quinn Priester and the other guys, and when you're, deciding to do the bullpen game or using starting pitchers. He's already having his fingerprints on this series, and it's been mostly met with question marks and head scratching because it's his job to put the guys in position to succeed. And there's been enough question marks of saying, why is he making that change? Is he actually doing that? And honestly, too, from a bigger picture, outside of just, individual decisions he made, specifically for this game, it will never be more important of which pitcher are you using? When are you using him? How long you can let a guy go? When are you going to pull a guy? Using different situations of matchups. He will be in control of all of that, and it's never been more important than this game. So those major decisions will fall on his shoulders, and that will dictate whether this game goes good or bad. And finally, from a grander scheme, right? All year we've been saying this team's undaunted. They got grit. They're tough. This team is made in the image of Pat Murphy. And for all those years with Craig Counsell, we were saying he wasn't the guy to get them over the edge. What we don't want is Pat Murphy falling into the same type of conversation where last year they're bounced early and this year they're bounced earlier than they should be. All of those reasons, Pat Murphy is under the most pressure on Saturday.
Yeah, Pat Murphy got this team to the point where they're at, where they got these guys playing above what I think their level is, in the sense of he's getting the best out of everybody. But who needs to show up? I think KBN Nation is absolutely right. It's the bats.
It is.
It's the bats.
It's your guys.
They have been the issue in these last two games, and they got to be able to turn it around. In Chicago, with runners in scoring position, they weren't very well. They were 0 for 12 yesterday with guys on bases. They just, obviously, because they didn't score any runs, but they were just absolutely abysmal. What we need is to get those bats activated like they were in Game 1 and Game 2 at American Family Field. We need to get the team that scored 16 runs, the guys that had clutch hits, you're talking about 2 outs, rallies. We need to get those guys back who are taking advantage of the moment and the opportunity. That is how the Brewers win. So it comes down to the best. The pitching has been very, very good. I know a little bit, they kept us in the game yesterday until they didn't. But it has been the bats in the last 2 games. But luckily for us, the bats were great at AmFam Field, and that's exactly where they come back to.
Yeah, look, for me, it's the bats. Murphy's going to put together the lineup, and there's been times where he's put together guys out there that you haven't expected, and they've come through in the regular season. And Bowers came through early but didn't late in Game 3. Overall, I'm actually looking specifically at the young guns right now. I'm looking at Caleb Durbin, I'm looking at Sal Frelick, and I'm looking at Bryce Terang. I think consistently over the 4 games, obviously Jackson, obviously William, and obviously Vaughn have given you the most consistent at-bats from a productivity standpoint. Yelich was pretty good, and he's worked the count, got a couple walks, but, that hasn't equated anything.
Not
a lot of big moments.
And he had opportunity in big moments,
he let's be honest, he hasn't had a lot of big moments as of recent in the playoffs either. 3 years ago, the season ended with the bat on his shoulder. And so it's...
That's a tough memory right there.
It is, but unfortunately, you have to call out the fact that he is the leader. He's talked about how, each guy has stepped up all year. No one's had to carry it, but let's be honest here. He's the face of the franchise. He is. And you need your face of the franchise to show up in the big moments. Christian Yelich has to show up, and you need some productivity from those young guns. Because those young guns have done it. Sal Frelick has been your most consistent hitter all year. One of your most consistent guys at getting on base. Bryce Terang popped in August and September, but has been bad in this playoffs. Durbin's been pretty non-existent so far in this series. Those 3 guys are going to be critical in this game, and obviously you need to trust that Wild Bill, Andrew Vaughn, and Jackson Chourio, which is crazy that we're putting a lot of pressure on 21-year-old, but he's performed in the biggest of moments. So it's fair to put the pressure on that. Yes, Alex Strofe, what's going on?
Durbin, 2 of 14 in this series. Terang, 2 of 16, but since that double at the
start
of the first, it's 1 of 15 since then, including both of those hits coming in Game 1. Sal, not so much better. He is 3 of 14 in this series.
And that's why I pointed to them.
You think of Terang, you think of Sal. Those guys were pushing 300 with their batting average throughout the whole season. So you can't have those guys that are struggling.
Not showing up in the biggest moments.
And for most of that, nice chunk of the season where this team was so good and winning just about every game they played, it seemed, those were 2 guys you were really comfortable with leading off.
Another good point here, as we're asking the question to the fans, who's under the most pressure, Murphy, the bats, or the arms? I mean, pretty simply put on the YouTube chat, the most pressure is on the person who starts the game at pitcher for the Brewers.
I thought that was a great comment, too.
That's a really good comment.
Because, someone's got to stop the bleeding. Someone's got to change this formula that's been working for the Cubs, getting out early.
Matthew chimes in as well right after that. Same thing. Durbin, Sal, and Bryce all need to come back to life. And I think we can talk about them and talk about, as Alex Strofe just mentioned, the struggles they've had in the series. But if you want to continue this positivity and the confidence that you have in this team and the sample size that you saw, there are also some of your players that have come up with really big moments. Durbin has been really clutch in runners in scoring position, 2 outs after an average start when he came up for the Brewers. Obviously, Bryce had his power show out in the last 2 months of the regular season, but the numbers aren't there right now, and they keep putting him in spots where he's been in situations with runners on and has not delivered. Sal did have a hit yesterday in a spot where it did try to spark something. Other than that, those two have to get going. This team needs Christian Yelich, their face of the franchise, and some of those young guns to bring some heat in this moment.
And I think this is a great opportunity for Pat Murphy, a guy who really came up in college baseball, to be able to get through to some of these young guys and build up their confidence and get them going. I really still trust and believe Bryce Terrain's going to break out. At some moment, I just don't see Bryce having the season that he had, right? How high, especially how he got laid, to just lay an egg like this. He has been bad. He has just been lost at the plate in these last couple games. So hopefully Pat Murphy, I think he can get some of these young kids, especially a young up-and-coming guy like Bryce, who's the best defender in baseball, but also showed that bat off this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's out there for a reason defensively, and he's proven his worth offensively, but he just has not been there since Strophe mentioned that double to start game 1 of 15 since that moment, and he's been lost.
They can be the catalyst.
And that's what's interesting, right? Because these guys are young, and a lot of them are inexperienced, and they have played above what their expectation was for the season. A lot of that can be drawn back to Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy seems like he knows these guys, and he seems like he's able to create a culture and a tone that has a little bit of swagger to it, a lot of confidence. That swagger and confidence, I haven't felt that the last two games. It felt like a different Brewers team. Maybe not necessarily game 3, but game 4 last night, that felt like a shell of a team out there from the Brewers that we know. So it's on Pat Murphy, in my opinion, change the messaging, reground these guys, get their headspace in the right situation to be the team that we know and love. Because if this Brewer team is the team that they've showed all season, they're favored. They should be favored, and they should win on Saturday.
They are favored, 125 or 130 on the money line. And that's without even any pitchers decided, because I think, Vegas has, and Potawatomi Sportsbooks have an idea of what type of game flow this is going to be, with Shota going out there for the Cubs likely. And as we all sit and wonder who's it going to be for the Brewers, no matter what they're saying, the Brewers have the upper hand, but the game is played on the field. Man,
it's must-watch TV. Isn't it crazy?
How cozy was that first floor with all those windows, Trophy? How cozy was it at the house?
Real cozy. Beautiful home you have.
Shout out Gina Della from Pella, am I right?
Oh my gosh, Gina Della from Pella. I mean, talking about the Brust home getting transformed from the inside out and the outside in. That is what the Pella Windows and Doors experience will give you. And you can experience it for yourself at the Experience Center, because they have everything, all their options on display for you. And better than yet, you can take that and you can customize it to your house. They got everything from craftsmanship and color and different type of customizations that you can make. Just one of the reasons why Pella Windows and Doors knocks it out of the park with everything they do. And with winter on the way and all those bugs right now, now's the perfect time to get your free consultation. So visit PellaWI.com to go check out how exactly you can get yours and take advantage of their 60 months of 0% financing. That's 5 years. That's into 2030 by my calculation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit them today.
This is a pretty simple question, but it might be more of a brain buster because there's a lot of emotion behind it. Due to past trauma that you felt as a Brewers fan, would it be more surprising if they win or if they lose? 800-990-3776.
Who came up with this? Who the hell? Why would I want to talk about my past trauma?
I thought we were doing positivity.
Therapy said you'd have to relive
I ain't
it.
never seen a therapist in my life.
Based off this response, I think we might need to call one.
Hell no, we're going to go through past trauma. Come on now.
More surprising if they win or lose, Kyle. You're answering first next.
Oh. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We start off with an accident. It is on 94 eastbound, right at the ramp from 175 southbound. Yep, right in the stadium. The right shoulder is blocked, so watch out for that. Eastbound is going to be backed up from 92nd Street all the way through that point, all the way to 35th. The westbound side's backing up from about 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. A couple more delays west of Moreland Road. Southbound on 41, we've got pretty hefty ride from just south of Main Street all the way to Good Hope Road. Back on the brakes from Appleton Avenue to Capitol, and then through the Zoo interchange all the way down to Lincoln. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 50. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 63. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing, trusted since 1988 to keep you and your roof covered, no matter the weather, rain or shine. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in a bird bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive a free motor for your automated awning with your order. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit ComfortAwnings.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Welcome back. And delivers. Morgan, a smash up the middle. Base hit to center. Here comes Gomez. Around third. A throw, and the Brewers win. The Brewers are moving on a base hit by Niger Morgan. He's being mobbed. Wow, what a scene. Niger Morgan.
That from Bob Uecker, courtesy of the flagship 620 WTMJ and the Brewers Radio Network in Game 5 against the Diamondbacks and the NLDS. That's a magic brew right there, folks.
I miss Uecker. And I remember that when that happened. Chills. Absolute chills.
Everybody was jumping up and down excited about that one.
More surprised if this team wins or loses. I played some positive past history, but we also have some recent past history that would make this question where Kyle's shutting down.
I don't know.
Defense mechanism, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't.
Defense mechanism.
I don't like this because it's making me have to face the skeletons of my past. It's making me
skeletons.
Hell yes, yes. You and the thing is that I ran upstairs. I'm gonna go get me some deli meat. I was a little hungry. So
Did you raw dog some deli meat?
What kind of deli meat?
Turkey, hickory turkey,
Oh, okay.
smoked turkey, and I got some deli meat, and I'm all happy. Somebody said, "Oh, how was this? How was that?" I said, "Great." I'll come back downstairs. I forgot what the conversation was. So then I sit down and I hear this, and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then I remember.
Well,
Then
answer
you
the
want me to
question.
Answer this question.
Would you be more surprised if they win or lose?
Dude, I I go based off if the Brewers lose, it'd be like, oh, here we go again. So
you're more surprised if they win.
If they win, I'll be more surprised, but also it would give me energy. Like, I believe they will win. I believe that they will win. But the problem is the problem is that the damn team ain't won a damn series since when? I was in my 20s. I was out here in these streets the last time the Brewers won a damn playoff series. Now I'm being damn fiance. So things change. It's been a long time. I don't know why Ben laughing. Ben might have pooped himself a couple days ago, but he was pooping himself daily back in 2018. And I don't know what Brad was doing. Brad was still trying to find a way in the NFL at that time.
I was
just getting cut.
I was like 6 months released, but I was like fresh, getting workouts.
He still thought he had a chance. So I'm just saying.
I was still technically an NFL punter.
Things change. That's how long it's been since the Milwaukee Brewers won a damn series. I'm hurt.
James in Milwaukee, 800-990-3776. I think Kyle will like this one. Let's go to the Carbless Talking Text line. You're with us on Kyle Bruston Ortman.
Yeah, I'd be more surprised if the Brewers lose. I think they're just young. I think they're still hungry coming back to AmFam. I do think there's still this magical trail that they're on for Uke, and I think the Cubs are under more pressure. You see it on their players like PCA and how they react at certain things, and the Brewers are just more even keel, and Pat Murphy's leading them.
I like the last part. The Brewers are more even-keeled, and Pat Murphy's leading them.
But I don't know if the Brewers are under less pressure.
No.
I feel like the Brewers are under more pressure.
Probably, but you also got to remember, like, it's Cubs Brewers. It's pretty equal pressure.
Yeah.
Like that.
There's a lot of pressure.
They are more
it's
even-keeled,
on both. But I like the way he ended that with. I want to bring this back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just talk for a second. And
wait a minute, am I the only person that got to answer the damn question?
He just did. We'll get there. I just want to bring something up.
All right.
If I told you back in early April, they're 0-4 with the worst run differential in baseball. I told you that the Brewers were going to be in a Game 5 in the NLDS at home as the number 1 seed with a chance to go to the NLCS. Would you have believed me?
No. Best.
I wouldn't be there.
Maybe NL
with the best record in baseball.
Hell no. After that, everybody was talking about torpedo bats because they went in on us. That disappeared fast. No, there is no way after they started 0-4 that anybody thought that this team would be the best team in baseball. Everybody thought the Cubs were going to run away with the division.
The reason why I bring that up is because the man who was able to turn the tides of a low in the beginning of the season and turn them into what they are now is the man that will be managing this team in Game 5.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that Pat Murphy is the guy that has been able to take that team to being the best team in baseball. It's one of the ways he can separate himself from the same old of Craig Counsell. Now, the question is, will he be more surprised if they lose or if they win? I can understand the loss argument because it's the same old thing, but we got to think about this team. Every year is different. I will be more surprised if they lose. I mean, you don't stumble into the best record in baseball, the best run differential, with a bunch of studs out there, and just expect to be, we're probably going to end up losing anyway.
Okay.
This team is the better team. They are favored.
No one said this was going to go sideways south, Kyle. It was just a conversation to bring up the fact that there's a lot of evidence, despite the fact that it feels really crappy with how Game 4 went, to believe in this Milwaukee Brewer team and that they are different and that Pat Murphy is their manager and what they did this year is different.
Maybe I need therapy. Because boy, you guys, I'm usually pretty optimistic, and I feel good about. Maybe I'm the problem. Sometimes.
Very good stroke.
I feel good about tomorrow's game. Like, I mean, we're back at home, right? We're the best team in baseball, but history would tell me not to get my hopes up.
But for this year, I can understand the scars of the past. But for this year,
what about last
if
year?
it's midnight,
it wasn't
on
the same
Saturday
team. It was last year's team.
The Mets barely got into the playoffs last year. The Surge to get in late.
The Brewers weren't the number 1 seed. They weren't the best team in baseball.
The home team were up. We had our all-star closer.
You need therapy.
Yeah,
because we were here and we were going somewhere, and then you took yourself back to something that is not relevant to tomorrow.
I just think if it's midnight on Saturday night and the Brewers have lost, I will be in shock. I will be in shock that is how this season ended. More shock, 10 times more shock than last year and any of the other years combined. Some of the other years, I can kind of see it. I can see the hot team, and the Brewers weren't even arguably in the top tier of the best baseball teams in the whole MLB. But this year is different. They are the best. They've been able to sustain that, so I will be shocked if they lose.
Alex Strofe, are you team trauma is in the back of your head, or you believe that this year is different and you're approaching it with that mindset?
Can I answer yes? I do believe this year is different, but yeah, trauma's still in my head. I mean,
all right, good. I'm not crazy about
No, you're not crazy. I just wanted to paint you as crazy.
I ranted and raved about it earlier in the week, but like, I love my fandoms. I love that I'm a Packers fan. I love that I'm a Bucks fan. I love that I'm a Brewers fan. I love that I'm a Badgers fan. But what comes with that territory is so much heartbreak.
We're due.
Who you
so much.
For criminy's sake, man.
Criminy's sake. Who are you, you
Criminy,
man?
maybe? I don't know. Criminy.
Criminy, same thing. Jiminy Crickets, G. Willikers. This team is so due.
So due.
When Brad said he'd be shocked, I'm thinking the whole time. I turned my mic off because I'm like, I don't want to be any more depressing. I'd be sad. Bumps of shock. Shocked. I'll be a sad puppy. Sunday karma on Sunday. I don't know if I could do it. I had to drag myself out of bed.
Do you have to submit time off for a thing that you don't actually really get paid for?
No, I do not. But I may need a day because my sorrow.
I don't know who's producing then. I'll be in Green Bay.
Scalzo and Karmazin show?
They'll get it up.
Can Scalzo produce?
We could figure it out.
He's smart
It's not brain surgery. Criminy's sake. It sounds like he needed like a Werther's original in his mouth when he said that.
Oh, who?
You know the butterscotch candies that old people eat? Werther's originals? Yeah.
Those are actually pretty good.
Bo Ryan used to give us like those on the sideline on the Jiminy Crickets.
He gave you Werther's originals or Jiminy Crickets?
No, Jiminy Crickets.
I'm surprised he didn't just go uncensored.
Yeah.
He did, but at times we'd be like, "What the hell?" What?
When you said Bo Ryan gave us those on the sidelines, I definitely
we were getting
butter.
All right, rally time. Butterscotch candy.
Yeah.
I swear I saw somebody eating that yesterday. Oh, it might have been caramel.
Oh, thanks, Kyle.
That's great, Kyle.
Thanks for the drop-in. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. We do have a Sunday Packers-Bengals game, in which is a major spot as 14.5-point favorites.
Ooh, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. Where, again, Brad, you're going to tell us about your great partner that you love, and then we're going to get to Green Bay Props and Preview presented by Sit Mean Sit.
Oh, I do love. And honestly, the more we talk about the Brewers, the more I'm just jonesing for a carbless. I won't be able to watch this game without it. That is how much I'm going to need the edge taken off a little bit and make sure that I enjoy the experience, win or lose. Because with the carbless, that's always what you're doing. It always elevates the experience and makes it that much better. I mean, it's bold on flavor, but with no carbs, no sugars, no gluten, just 100 calories. Goodbye, guilt. When it comes to having a cocktail, hello, feeling good and having an experience that is second to none, because the drinking experience of it, it's so good. If you haven't had a carbless at this point, I got to ask, what are you waiting for? The carbless bandwagon, there's plenty of room for it, and with that first sip, you're going to understand why. I told you guys I picked up the margarita pack at Costco. I'm going to go back to Costco and get the fruit flavors just so I got a little bit of variety, all the lineup possible for when the Brewers take on the Cubs on Saturday. Carbless is so good. I want you to enjoy it just like I do. Less is more with Carbless.
We will stay on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776, as Josh in Kenosha chimes in. He wants to clarify, if the Brewers win, he's still rooting for them. He's a Cubs fan first, but doesn't hate the Brewers. He wants it to happen for Mr. Baseball Bob.
Oh, I like Josh in Kenosha. Great guy.
He's
a great guy.
He gets it.
He's very grounded.
Yeah, he is.
We hit Green Bay Props and Preview next.
This is Kyle Broston-Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick, on the Cha-Cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did Cha-Cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry out a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We'll got delays along southbound 41 from just south of Main Street in Menominee Falls down to Good Hope Road. You're back on the brakes south of Appleton Avenue heading down towards Capitol Drive. Northbound side's going to be pretty slow from just north of Watertown Plank Road all the way up past Burleigh. And we do still have this accident on 94 eastbound right at the ramp from 175 southbound in the stadium. The right shoulder is blocked with a crash there. So delays coming in from 84th Street all the way to that point. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 50. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 63. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof siding and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets, window treatments, and home renovations, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized with shelving and storage options to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families just like ours have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solutions, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Courtney Cronin.
You lose the locker room when you lose games in dumb fashion, when you can't get the ball into the landing zone on a kick like they did on that Thursday night game the week before against Seattle, when this prevents you from going up 28-6 in the fourth quarter and you let the door open for Tennessee to come back and win that game. That's how you lose the locker room, not based on a very normal and human reaction from Jonathan Gannon here. And I'm not condoning violence, anybody striking a player, but let's be real. He didn't punch him. He looked like, from the fan video, Canty saw the same fan video that you and I have seen. There is one that is out there. Slaps him in those chest pads and looks like he's saying, come on. I'm surprised nobody else did that on the sideline. And maybe they did. Maybe nobody else had their camera out to capture the moment.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
The Green Bay Props and Preview, presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit sitmeansitwaukesha.com.
Kyle Bruston Nortman with you till 4 o'clock on ESPN Wisconsin, till 5 o'clock on ESPN Milwaukee. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Hit us on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. All the frustrations and the negativity are out. It is working towards this common goal together to get past the Cubs on Game 5 of the NLDS tomorrow night. There is a game Sunday, and every Friday when there's a game Sunday, we head to look at what's going on with Green Bay Props and Preview.
I'm going to ask you to place a little wager for me.
Here comes Parsons, and he gets home. Goes to the end zone. It is a one-handed grab by Matthew Gold.
Intercepted, taken away by Xavier McKinney.
This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
Ooh, that's my dog.
And Dog of the Game. Presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit sitmeansitwaukesha.com.
All right, Strophy.
Green Bay props and preview time ahead of Packers-Bengals to 3:25 kickoff at I almost said AmFam Field. At Lambeau Field. I'm all thrown off.
It's okay. I mean, that is Sunday, and tomorrow's really, 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 really important.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, before we get to props and preview, though, do want to update you on something from practice today as the Packers' final injury report of the week came out. Aaron Banks and Zach Tom were both on there as limited participants all week. Have extra designations now or extra injuries both added to today's injury report. So for Banks, it was originally a groin. It's now a groin and a knee.
Oh, great.
Oh, my God.
I was waiting for Kyle. I knew he didn't know.
And for Zach Tom, it was originally just the oblique. It is now the oblique and the back.
How did he hurt his back all of a sudden?
But for both of these, they're complementary injuries.
Yeah, it's like they're in the same area.
Yeah. Wait a minute. They've been limited.
Right?
I mean, that's the concern.
Bro, my back's starting to hurt. Oh, no, this isn't good. But
both listed as questionable, by the way. The only Packers that have been ruled out are Anthony Belton and Christian Watson.
What about the Rasheed Walker update?
He's also questionable.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow.
It's a lot of linemen.
We ain't got who gonna play tackle?
Jordan Morgan.
And who else?
Oh, great point. Kennard.
By the way, the update on Rasheed is he was a limited participant today after not practicing earlier in the week.
He better be ready to go. Because Trey gonna be across from him sometimes.
All right, let's move on to some props and preview. How about this fella? Saw him a few weeks ago. The Cleveland Browns starting quarterback on Sunday. Wow. Well, let's try that again.
You good, bro?
I can't think about anything but the Brewers.
I know. It is weird to talk about the Packers, honestly.
The Cincinnati Bengals quarterback on Sunday.
Well, that's going to be so weird.
Yeah.
In the striped helmet.
Is Joe Flacco, who was traded from Cleveland earlier in the week. Joe Flacco, 209.5 passing yards.
Man.
Under. Listen, under. He didn't have that the first game they played him.
He also didn't have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins ain't had a quarterback since Joe Burrow went down. They ain't did nothing. And Joe Flacco ain't gonna make them do something.
The problem is, when you have a guy like Jamar Chase, he can take it 50 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Line sucks.
Jamar Chase had 6 catches for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns last week.
With Browning.
Yes. One of them was a line of scrimmage all the way.
You can do a bubble screen that he takes 60.
What was the final score of that game?
37-24. Detroit won.
They ended up got some late.
Okay, that's what.
And also, that's something to consider as well when you look at the passing yards, is if you do believe the Packers offense can take advantage of the Cincinnati Bengals defense, they're just going to throw.
Yeah, they're going to be playing from behind. You got to throw. I actually like the over on this.
Yeah, I was going to say I like the over too.
I'm taking under.
Branning went for 249 last week against Detroit, FYI, but different quarterback. Let's stick with the Bengals. Jamar Chase, 61.5 receiving yards. His line, it's the largest of the game.
I mean, just out of pure talent, you got to take the over.
Yeah, he wasn't performing great the first couple weeks, even with Burrow for a minute, but I think he came on last week. And Joe,
did we not see Nate Hobbs, Carrington Valentine, and what the Cowboys did?
And that's the thing. Flacco, he's not a world beater, but he's still accurate. He can get guys the ball, so he's gonna get his.
Put another X on him, Keyshawn. Put another X on him. I'm going with the over still.
Let's go with rushing and receiving yards. High line for Josh Jacobs this week, 98.5 rush and receiving.
Coming off his best game of the season.
Yeah, he had 70 rushing yards in the second half against Dallas.
Yes, I did see this, Adam. Thank you for dropping in the Carbos Talking text line. Jamar Chase has been questionable with an illness, but that popped out Thursday. It'd be pretty tough. He'd have to have something drastic on a Thursday to carry to Saturday, Sunday. I just said Saturday too, Strofe. That's all I can think about.
I want to go with the over, but with these offensive line injuries, I don't think they will, because I do think the Packers want to establish the run, and they need to fix it going forward. You have a bye week, you hit the reset button, you reestablish it against a trash defense, so I want to go over. But with these O-line injuries, I don't know. Maybe they just let Jordan Love cook.
Yeah, because the pass defense for the Bengals is atrocious, and so
worse than the rush.
And so that's why I'm just thinking, like, even though I don't think he's gonna have to check down a lot, and that's why I think he may not get it. So
and there's also the thing where it's like, what if the Packers are up 21 and you yank them? Because it's not worth the injury.
It's not. So I'll go under as well. But hopefully he proves us all wrong, and he eats.
Yeah. It's hard for me to put an over here with all the designations, but is this combined?
Correct.
If it's combined, I'll take the over. I like the off of the Cowboys game, continuing to get him involved. And finally, after yelling about it for years, they threw a screen to him right away and let him get out in space. So I'm going to go over with Josh.
Jordan Love has played 4 games and has thrown for exactly 1,000 yards, which is my favorite bye week statistic.
That's pretty great.
So easy math, Brad. That tells you he's averaging what?
250.
242.5 is his line this week.
Over. Especially with this trash defense. I don't think the Packers are good. I think they're going to lean on this team. I think they want to get all those Browns lost. I think they want that out of their mouth. I think they want to.
Off of a bye, they better have something cooked up against this trash defense.
Yeah, I think the problem is a lot of short field, so you're not going to have a lot of room.
Do you know how many times you've said they were going to have a short field every game since the first 2 games? Did they have those short fields? Have they had those takeaways? Because I still don't think Strofe. The fumble. Have they forced a fumble yet?
They have 0 fumbles forced or recovered, and they have only 2 interceptions.
That's crazy considering last year's turnover.
I guess starting from the 40, I believe, 40 going in. I think that's a shorter field, but I still don't think they need to do that. Going 60 yards, I don't think they'll need to do too much.
Why are they starting from the 40?
Because their teams will be punting from the 10 or the 20, and you get the ball on the 40, so you got to drive 60 yards.
So the Bengals are punting from the 10 and the 20 all game.
I don't. Do you trust the Packers special teams to pin them deep?
Well, according to Rich Bisaccia, he's worked with. I trust Savion and I trust Matthew Gold, and they're gonna be okay.
Okay.
So no, I
hope so, Rich.
I trust this defense, and I trust the offense.
Sounds like you trust Rich Bisaccia too. Last thing for you fellas, the Packers are 14.5-point favorites. Do they cover?
I mean, I'm probably not going to go over to Potawatomi Sportsbook and bet it, but if I had to take a side,
Say
man,
it.
No, it would be. It's not over; it'd just be covering.
Cover. They're going to win by more than 14.5.
I think they'll cover too. I do. I'm concerned about a backdoor cover. Is that
yes, that is it. Where they're up, kind of similar to what Strofe just said, where the Detroit Lions dominated, and that final score was 37-21, I think you said, Strofe? Which would have been
37-24.
That would have been a backdoor cover.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about that. I don't think it'll be particularly close.
Did bet the Lions -10 that last game.
Attaboy. Still got it, Benny. Still got it.
Not really.
I think the Packers will cover. I think they're going to keep the foot on the gas. They had some bad memories recently. They need a dominating win.
They're phenomenal at home this year, so hey, keep it going.
Oh, and your dog.
Strofe,
man.
And for being a Packer backer, boy, you are just
you're lost.
He said he stews in losses.
I'm not doing well. I'm sorry.
The segment 1 Strofe that was all positive is just that was all just a facade. That was fake.
No, I am positive.
How many Brewers hats did you
I
bring
am
last
positive.
night? 8.
Don't stop doing that. Stop doing the stuff you didn't do during the regular season, by the way. I was watching the streams. Stop with all this stupid hat stuff. I
didn't do a watch party during the regular season. You don't know what I did.
So
he could have been putting hats on his home.
Free time.
What did you do, Strofe?
You don't know what I do in my free time.
Different to put on 8 hats at home watching the Brewer game alone.
Who you got?
Yeah, dog of the game for me. I'm just going to go easy one because I love my boy Jordan Love. So Jordan Love being the dog of the game. He's going to have another great one because he's going to start ascending.
Can we allow that?
I don't know if we can allow the quarterback to be the dog of the game.
Okay. So I got to change it up.
Dog is
fine. Michael Parsons gets a second chance to get a sack against Joe Flacco, and he's going to do that. He's going to get a sack and a half against Joe Flacco on Sunday.
There you go.
Turnover story turns over. McKinney, 2 interceptions on Flacco.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
That is
I
good.
concocted that right now.
That was Sunday good on the TV show doing something real fast,
Yeah.
saying something real corny like that. That was good.
My dog of the game has to be Brandon McManus. He has to play through this freaking leg injury.
I mean, we really don't. We shouldn't need him.
You never freaking know.
We shouldn't need. No, if we need Brandon McManus, I'm gonna be very hurt come Monday, unless the Brewers win. But at the end of the day,
if the Brewers win and the Packers, God forbid, lost.
Would you take a Brewers win if it costed a Packers victory?
Sure, in this situation, but I don't want to deal with that.
Everyone would take a Brewers win in this situation over. I would say, what about a postseason appearance this year?
Brewers winning on Saturday.
Yeah,
and the Packers
over the Packers will make the playoffs.
That's the cost.
If we're not guaranteeing my Brewers if we're not guaranteeing the Brewers going to the World Series, what the hell? What? I'm gonna sacrifice the Packers having a chance to go to the Super Bowl over an NLDS game? What's wrong with y'all? We ain't talking about the NLCS.
But you're basically guaranteeing one step away from the World Series.
Dude, but we're not guaranteeing the Brewers going to the World Series. I'm going to sacrifice the Packers? Do y'all know how sad of a season that would be? I'll get over this. Because it happens year after year. But I can't get over the next 14 weeks of the NFL season, the Packers being trash and garbage and boo-boo. I couldn't do that.
Brad Nortman is second place, Brad. And he had a big night yesterday. We'll recap that and get back to your Milwaukee Brewers in Game 5 coming tomorrow of the NLDS.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Caleb Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union. On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved. Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Looking for a newer, nicer used vehicle? The Ewald Automotive Group can help increase your purchase power. During our used car rate reduction sales event, shop 600 quality pre-owned vehicles with no money down and no payments until 2026. Interest rates are coming down, so let us try to improve your situation today. It costs nothing other than a few minutes of your time to check us out. Go to ewaldauto.com for locations, inventory, and more. You'll be glad you did.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launch pad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line for you to get into the show. It's Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I don't know about you guys. I feel a lot better heading into tomorrow after just talking with each other about everything that's transpired.
I do. I felt like we had to get through the first half hour, get the frustrations out, you digest it, turn the page. This is still a great Brewers team. At home, this is what you ask for. You ask for an at-home start. Let it rip.
Yeah, and we have to remember, they were down 0-2, and they were probably down in the dumps. As you know, some of them didn't believe that they were going to be able to make it out, and they just fought back. Now we're coming back to Milwaukee. I never believed that the Brewers couldn't win. I mean, obviously I was sad because we didn't finish the job in Chicago, but coming back for Game 5 is anybody's game, but I feel good about how this team has performed at home throughout the entire regular season, even though they play well on the road, best road team in baseball, but played well at home. They played well at home during this series as well. The momentum, like Ben talked about, being inside that stadium, it was absolutely electric. Guys came up with big-time clutch hits when they're at home.
Well, they got to retake that momentum.
But that's what being at home would do. I will admit this.
Easier to recreate it and to get it going.
When the Cubs fans started chanting Freddie, I can tell Freddie can hear it. You can tell Freddie was
if Shota's out there, Shota.
Well, we're not copycats.
Shota. It's not about being copycat.
Well, that's a common chant.
It's not a guys, this is the first time anyone's ever chanted a name.
I mean, Shota already pitched in this series in Milwaukee, and we didn't do it that time, and now we're going to just do what the Cubs fans do? Absolutely not.
Ken in Waukesha, you're on the Carbless Talk and Text line. You're up with Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
Hey, I just wanted to say I saw something on the telecast last night that was a clear violation of the Cubs of a well-known Major League Baseball rule. And I think we should ask for nullification of the game. Craig Counsell in a shot was seen spitting brown tobacco juice, and when he opened his mouth, you could clearly see he had a chaw of tobacco, or he was chewing a brown stick in his mouth. That's a violation of the Major League Baseball rules. He's known to continue to chew tobacco. He was seen doing it in 2024, and here he is in a playoff game violating Major League Baseball rules. We have to push this.
Do you believe in what you're saying, or are you just having fun?
He did do that.
I know he did do that, but you're not going to get the damn game nullified.
What are the rules? Let me ask. What are the rules?
Put down the hammer. Put down the hammer. Make an example.
On the hammer. That's right.
Thanks, Ken in Waukesha.
I'm Googling what are the consequences for chewing tobacco in baseball.
Is it nullification of a Game 4 in the playoffs?
Who's the commissioner of baseball? Manfred or something?
Rob Manfred.
Yeah. Manfred, now is your opportunity.
Ron Darling will be there to defend Craig Counsell.
Have a backbone. This game is all about image. Can't be having that.
Yeah, I saw it. I remember asking
sickening
chew.
We've all had. I think we all saw it, and I was like, "What is that?"
Well, yeah,
you're a little. He's a little. It's a little extreme.
You think?
Slap on the wrist?
You actually looked it up, like something was going to actually happen?
It's only $250 fine.
$250?
What's he making? $8 million a year?
Yeah, that's
0.0001%.
He's going to chew all the tobacco he wants. I don't know. Players are not permitted to use smokeless tobacco during on-camera interviews or team-sponsored appearances when they're in uniform.
Shucks.
He wears the hoodie. Is he in uniform?
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with one Alex Strofe.
Ben, I know your math wasn't real, but $250 on an $8 million salary is 0.00003.
Wow.
Yeah,
So I actually wasn't that far off.
What's
You didn't have
250
enough
times
zeros.
162?
That's too hard.
Okay. Well, he can pay.
40,500.
He probably writes the check at the start of the season.
Probably.
He says here.
Yeah.
Or maybe he might
That's
say straight
expensive
cash.
tobacco, though. $40,000
Dude, you're
for
making
tobacco.
you're making $8 million.
Yeah, that
a
is
year.
0.005 of what you made.
As Ryan chimes in, Ken, come on, man. We ain't no snitch.
What if Pat Murphy did that? What if he took it all the way to the top and said, "I'm seeing this guy chew tobacco
What are
over
we
there."
doing right now? This is not what we're doing.
This is
We're preparing to win a baseball game, Game 5. I'm not
By
worried
any
about
means
Craig
necessary.
Counsell's
He
mouth.
should think about it. I'm mad at Craig. Would you think about your health, Craig? That's not good. You got other alternatives. You got to get rid of that. He must be real nervous because sometimes it's sunflower seeds and sometimes it's that real.
Someone's got to tell him about Zinn.
Craig Counsell does look like a nervous Nelly.
He is.
Like, I do think he's a good manager. I'm glad we have Pat Murphy because he seems like more steadying force. I could see how guys would get tight playing for Craig Counsell. He seems like a nervous dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He does look a little nervous taking off that hat, rubbing his hair.
Yeah, a furrowed brow quite often.
We gotta win this game tomorrow, though.
I will say we were watching the game.
It can't end like this.
And it panned to Pat Murphy, and as they were watching it with Lexi goes, "Ooh, he looks angry. He'd be scary to play for." I'm like, that's exactly right.
What'd she say when it panned over to Greg?
He's the manager,
right?
That nerd.
No, what I love about Pat, anytime he does the interviews, he's always smiling.
His interviews
He's just
bring
happy.
They bring me confidence even when they're down.
Yep.
Unfortunately, yesterday that did not transpire on the field. But I will say, like, again, that confidence and that demeanor is what got the Brewers to the spot where they are, where they earned the opportunity to play at home in this Game 5, which does help the past trauma.
It does. I think, plainly said, if Craig Counsell is the manager of the Brewers, I think the players would be a little bit nervous. With Pat Murphy being the manager, I don't think they're going to be nervous. I think they're just going to play loose.
Yeah, where's the pancakes? Where's the food? Like, I think we need a little bit more of that.
Yeah. Gotta get back to your
something
roots for this
loose.
team.
I think they need something loose. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, if we're depending on damn pocket pancakes to win a game,
No, I'm not depending on it.
You're just going back to
go play baseball.
formula.
They have
do what
been.
y'all love to do.
And they love it. And guess what? They also love like having fun and
They
like
don't have
and the
fun.
energy. Like just get something going.
Yeah,
They're a little tense. Let's be honest. They were tense yesterday.
They were
got
very
it.
tense.
And if this
Didn't
starts
like that.
bad, they're gonna stay tense. But you got to find a way to just loosen it up a little bit.
Can't wait to the
It's
first
all in the
I can't
hips.
wait. I cannot wait.
ESPN Madison and Beaver Dam. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Saturday's long.
Yeah. We're going to be back right here on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESP Milwaukee in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Opinions clash, but the vibe will thrive. Sports and banter, a perfect blend. KBN's the show that never ends.
Well, we got delays along southbound 41, pretty hefty ones from the county line all the way down past Good Hope Road. Back on the break south of Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive. And again, from Wisconsin Avenue all the way down through the Zoo interchange to about the Hale interchange. We've got the northbound side backing up from Watertown Plank Road all the way up through the Burleigh area. Southbound 43, you've got delays making your way down from Bender Road down through the Capitol Drive area, and it stretches all the way down over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair